Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. This is episode 153 of the Vintage Collection QuickShot series, and it is VC153 Vizam. So this is great because it's a card or a figure or character I wanted in the Vintage Collection, and I used to have a series called the Vintage Collection Wishlist, and he was in there. But he was a funny one because he was one that we'd seen in the Black Series Orange card line, and it was like, damn it, man, why didn't you bring him into the Vintage Collection? Well, they couldn't, because obviously the Vintage Collection had gone around that time. So, but anyway, it was funny that when I was obviously flipping through and I was choosing characters I wanted in the Vintage Collection, he floated me boat, so I put him in that series. But they did it, which was good. And there he is, and it's a good image as well, good card back, because they had a few different choices. I think for that series I went for a completely different image. An action shot from the movie. And that's what, when I think of Vizam, I think of him just unloading his gun all over the skiff. And then in the end, Luke sorts him out, doesn't he? But it's just ridiculous. I'm surprised he doesn't sink that skiff, you know what I mean? Or blow it up or something. It's just like a massive cannon. Anyway, yeah, he's pretty cool. I love Niktos. And then obviously you've got green Niktos. If you know the planet they come from, please let me know. But he was, as I say, in the Black Series, and he came with a gun also in that series, in the Orange card line. This one is slightly more silvery, and you can attach it to the deck of the katana. It's almost like they always knew they were going to bring out a katana. Even back in the Black Series one, they had that thing. Or you could attach it to another accessory. It's not the first time. I mean, you could attach it to a skiff, I guess, or something like that. But anyway, but he's cool. That's a bit dodgy though. Look at that. You see the blue plastic for his back of his heels? That can't be right. Funny. And as I said in my last video when I was talking about Vizam, there he is, I was saying how this is a good figure and everything, but he's not as good as the classic Nikto, which is also in the Vintage Collection. This guy, he really is a good figure. Hang on a minute, let me just focus on him better. Now, there's something about him that's... I mean, this figure here, right, when I was a kid... Well, obviously not this figure. This was, made in 2011 or something like that. But in the 80s version of him, I always considered to be Vizam. Or the guy who was called Vizam, the guy unloading. Because, in the film, you always remember him, don't you? Because he's the one who prods Luke off the end of the... the plank. And then you just always remember Vizam because he's just unleashing hell on everybody. He's just like firing that cannon. And there are other Niktos around, but he's the main guy, I'd say. Am I right on that? He's just the one who stands out anyway. He's just the nutter. But anyway, this figure is sadly not as good as this guy. And one of the main problems with that, or the reasons why, is look at his headgear, fits him like a glove. Look at it. And then this fella here, I won't lie to you, sits on his head like a pimple on a prick. But underneath that, right, it doesn't fit him right, does it? And underneath I've got a wad of blue tack. You can't see it because it's too dark. You might do on the next pass. Nice blaster, by the way. He comes with that. Does he come with any? No, he just comes with the cannon. He doesn't come with any... whatever you call these things, pikes or whatever, gaffy sticks or whatever they got, I don't know. But he's still pretty cool though. And I just love having them all together. I don't have him on a skiff, I've got him on the deck of the katana. Let's give you another shot of his face again. Great eyes. Got like a beak, haven't they? Like a parrot beak. Really good. Awesome, just, a welcome addition to the Vintage Collection. And just give us more, man. Give us more of these classic Return of the Jedi style-y. That's too high that now, I'll have to lower it. Rancor Keeper, that's one I would really like. And not to mention Bib Fortuna. So much to do. So little time, so few slots left, especially when you're filling it with crap like that. I mean, that's not crap, that's great, but, some people who want a TIE fighter, who don't want to spend secondary market prices, will welcome it. But, that is a precious slot in the Vintage Collection, and they're bringing that back, and they're bringing her back. No disrespect, Natalie Portman, but you know, that's a slot in the vintage collection now taken by you and him. You know, what are they thinking? What were those guys smoking when they came up with that? It's just ridiculous decisions anyway. Awesome. Anyway, I have been Only One Kenobi, Only One. If you're new, subscribe, of course. Thank you very much. And check out the rest of the series. I'll leave a link below in the description to the other videos. Until next time, I've been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.